Why do birds fly south in the winter? Because it's too far to walk. All right, my friends, let me share my PowerPoint. Today we will begin with lesson 12. Awesome. Slideshow, play from the start. All right, lesson 12. What is an informative paragraph? So yesterday we talked about an informative paragraph. Today we're just going to review what an informative paragraph is. So let's take a look at that anchor chart again. Parts of an informative paragraph. So parts of an informative paragraph and job of each part. So we have a focus statement, a detail sentences, and a conclusion. So the focus statement, remember the beginning, tells the big idea. The two detailed sentences, one describes the first body part, and then the second sentence tells what the body part does. Then we have two more detailed sentences. One describes the second body part, and then the other sentence tells what the body part does. And then we have the conclusion. So let's take a look at that paragraph, that informative paragraph from yesterday. Birds' feathers help them survive in many ways. Some birds have thick feathers. These feathers protect them like sunscreen. Other birds have colored feathers that match their habitat. These feathers help the bird to hide. Feathers protect birds from the sun, the cold, and predators. So this paragraph has a focus statement right there. Birds' feathers help them survive. The first two detailed sentences are, some birds have thick feathers. These feathers help protect them like sunscreen. So that first sentence tells us what body part. So feathers, some birds have thick feathers. And then that following sentence tells what that body part does. These feathers protect them like sunscreen. So the next two sentences, starting with other birds, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to tell about the body part. We go back to this. It describes the second body part. So other birds have colored feathers that match their habitat. And then the following sentence is going to tell what that body part does. So these feathers help the bird hide. And then the conclusion. The conclusion says, it wraps up the piece and reminds the reader of the big idea. So let's look at the conclusion here, that last sentence. Feathers protect birds from the sun, the cold, and predators. So we will be working more with informative paragraphs. We're briefly going to talk about them today. So let's take a look at our learning target. I can use evidence to explain the type of beak that is best for crushing seeds. And then in this cloud, it says evidence is proof. Which word is bold? Bold print. Evidence. So that's supporting, like I know this because I had the proof to show you. All right, so we have a challenge today. Friends, you don't need these. If you'd like, you could just watch it on here. If you do have these, you can perform the challenge with me. So you're gonna need a pasta server. You're gonna need tweezers, and you're gonna need some pliers. So your pasta server, tweezers, and pliers might look a little different. We also need some seeds. So it says to perform this with sunflower seeds. I don't have sunflower seeds in my house, and I'm not going outside of my house. So I'm gonna use my winter squash seeds that I have left. I didn't plant all of them. You can see that I've already planted some. So beaks that crush challenge prompt. Which tool or beak, so we're gonna think about these tools as beaks, will be the best at crushing seeds? So we can think of pliers. We can think of the pliers as a beak. Very strong, sturdy. Tweezers, maybe being a little bit smaller, but still able to crush. And a pasta server. So think about like flamingos and all of the birds, flamingos, because they basically collect and all the water falls through. So let's check this challenge out. So I'm gonna have 3 seeds. If you need to, pause the video and then come back to it with your seeds, pliers, tweezers, and pasta server. So I'm going to actually connect to, I'm going to stop sharing this screen and I'm going to come to my iPivo screen. I'm going to share that screen so that way you guys can see. All right, so we have, first off, the pliers. Here are the pliers. I'm going to put those seeds beside me. I'm going to use the pliers. I'm going to put the pliers in. I'm actually going to crush them like this. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. Have I crushed this seed? Yes. I crushed the shell. There's actually a seed on the inside. Whoa. All right, friends. Kind of look like pumpkin seeds, don't they? So those were the pliers. Let's try the tweezers now, okay? The tweezers, I'm gonna stick the smaller seed in between the tweezers. Do you think it'll crush? Let's try. On 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. It keeps slipping out. I can't quite crush it. Even though the tweezers are sturdy, they seem to be too small. They don't have enough force. Oh. So they were able to crush the seed, but was that a little bit more difficult than the pliers? It was able to get the job done. These tweezers were able to get the job done, but it definitely wouldn't have been my first choice. All right, seed, pasta server. I have no idea how you're even gonna crush this. Oh, look at that. I used force, but did it crush it open? No, if this was my beak and I was trying to get that seed on the inside, do you think I'd be struggling? I sure would, because do you think birds have fingers, thumbs and index fingers and every little finger that we have? No, so they can't be like, oh, let me just use my hands to open it up. All right, friends, let's take a look. We have the pliers, the tweezers, and the pasta server. Which one got the job done the best? It's actually, I'm gonna come back over here. I'm gonna share this screen again. My slideshow. All right, learning target. We're gonna review that learning target. I can use evidence to explain the type of beak that is best for crushing seeds. So with this, take a look at the cloud. Which beak was the best? Pliers, tweezers, or pasta server? So let's look at this sentence frame. I think the best tool for crushing seeds was the blank because blank. So I want you guys to answer it now. I think the best tool for crushing seeds was the blank because blank. All right, friends, let's use our composition notebooks. We're gonna open it up. To pause the share. I think the best tool for crushing seeds was, all right. Oh, that's not it, is it? Let me see. All right, here we go. We are going to title it EL 4-8 is Wednesday the 8th. I think let me go back to that sentence frame. I think the best tool, I think the best tool for crushing, you guys can skip your lines if you'd like, crushing seeds was the, which one is it? You tell me, was the blank, you're gonna fill this in, was it the pliers, tweezers, or pasta server? Because blank, and you're gonna tell me why. You're gonna tell me why. I think the best tool for crushing seeds was the blank because blank. All right, friends, this I'm gonna have you turn in. So pause the video, continue to write the sentence stem, and then you're gonna fill in this part and this part. So which tool? Because why? All right, when you are done, take a picture and send it to me. Bye.